The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman there.
Oh boy. Oh, we're on. Oh well. Hey, hello everyone. I'm Lewis Dix.
TDP.
Jeff Arnold.
What's the name of the show?
In a man's world, tighten up your belt. You're not a man yet.
Are you a man today? You manning up today?
Guilty on all accounts.
3
counts.
It's not a good day.
Mm-hmm.
I got a phone call yesterday morning about 10 something.
Mm-hmm.
This dude.
This nigga here.
This dude.
Mm-hmm.
You all right? Yeah. What do you mean, I'm all right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They got him, man. Guilty on all 3 counts.
Got him.
That was the first phone call.
Yeah.
And the phone started blowing up, text. First thing everybody said, you all right?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Because we know you got the capsules.
It wasn't a good day.
For who?
Then I went in and turned the news on.
Mm-hmm.
And all over, he knocked Trump off. CNN. So, you know, wanted to post something, but then that you can't do that.
Why?
Just why? Why do that and just encourage all these?
The negative comments?
Just the comments.
What would you have posted? What was you going to say?
I'd rather not say. That's the thing. It's
go hard.
It's very personal.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you know, like he said, that, you know, when he invited me, he said, "I just want you to see what they're doing to me, and you know whether I'm guilty or innocent. I just want you to see it for yourself." So I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like another friend told me that the PUSSY is undefeated. It's undefeated. You can't. You know, that's one of the toughest things as a man is to control your jaw.
Animal instincts, yeah.
You gotta control it. And you can't let it control you.
Well, look on the bright side.
What's the bright side?
Meek Mill's got out.
I didn't understand.
It went to the Sixers game.
I'm not comparing any of that, but I just didn't understand the hype of how he gets released out of jail, and the Sixers let him ring the bell.
Yeah.
The owner came and got him.
Robert Kraft went and visited him. The Patriots owner. Flew on private helicopter.
I mean, and then Kevin Hart's up there.
Press conference. It's a good day.
Why?
That's how he started off the press conference. It's a good day.
That's what he said?
Yeah, it's
but
a good
what
day.
Was he
Free Meek Mill.
What was his crime?
He violated his probation.
And what was he on probation for?
Gun charge and something else. Okay. And he popped the willie, and they revoked his...
so you can be... So, I mean, you can be a criminal and then get
And be
put
celebrated.
and be celebrated.
Yeah.
Yes.
If they choose to. I mean, it's their
Reform the
laws,
justice
man.
system.
It's
That's
amazing.
what they're trying to say. Reform the justice system.
And everyone out there and all the other men who are trying to do the right thing and live right.
Gun down.
Exactly.
This is an interesting world.
But it all stems from that 2005, deposition. That's what they were hanging their hat on.
Yeah.
One judge sealed it, another judge come in and opened it up over the 4th of July weekend, and now you got it. It's all about you now.
Well, when he first went, you remember the outgoing DA, he had put it to rest. He was like, the case is closed.
You think Johnny Cochran could have helped him?
If he was alive, maybe.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, if he was alive, maybe.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have fought to keep the deposition out of it, though. So, I mean, that's what hurt him, though.
They change the laws when they want to,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That they do.
I mean,
Well-
no woman should ever be raped or, taken advantage of. That's, but
Got to control your drawing. You young. I mean, it is definitely. Excuse me. Herein lies another lesson for us. I mean, Dr. Cosby's been giving us lessons for a long time. Herein lies another lesson, and we'll see. What happens in the sentencing, and
I'm saying no more than 5. Then I would give him no more than 5.
hey, man, I've never been in jail, but I would think.
Not one night?
No, not one night. I would think one night would be too much.
Cuffs put on you?
I've had handcuffs put on me, but they were
Outside the
taken right
bedroom?
off. Outside the bedroom.
are they pink?
Fuzzy? Did you say bananas?
I've had handcuffs put on me because
You're too tight.
I got pulled over and they thought my car was stolen.
Wow. Now, was you nervous?
This was before they were really shooting us.
But at that particular time, were
with
you
regularity? Huh?
Were you nervous?
Yeah, I mean, it was in L.A. I was on El Segundo,
Wow.
off the 110.
Oh, you was in the city of El Segundo.
Yeah.
No, 110. That's
That's LA?
That's Sheriff's.
That's near Compton.
El Segundo.
Oh, okay. I know that route. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm familiar with that route.
That used to be my route.
I know that route. Was it late at night?
That was no. It was in the evening. It was in the evening.
That's Sheriff's over there.
It was a
Yeah.
mid-evening run.
It was evening, and my man, they guns out, get out, and got in the car, and
Oh, you was in Athens Park.
They handcuffed me.
Was it
and-
LAPD or was it Compton or?
I don't know. It was somebody with a uniform with guns.
That's Sheriff's.
And handcuffed me, and then
Sit you on the curb?
no, I was standing, and then they said your license plate came back stolen. Then they ran it again. And said, all right, our fault. And then they click, and then so.
Did you thank him?
No, I didn't say anything. I used my Fifth Amendment, the right to remain silent.
Yeah.
I didn't say what I'm gonna say. I knew it wasn't stolen.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
So, I wasn't riding dirty.
Allegedly.
No, I wasn't.
This is before.
Before I got dirty.
Before the pickup.
And so, but no, you ever been in jail?
Yeah. Chicago, yeah.
I ain't gonna ask you.
How long were
Damn.
you in jail?
Long enough.
Were you in there
Not
more than a day?
Yes.
More than a week?
Yes.
More than 6 months?
No.
Wow.
No.
So did you
Once
change?
you get housed, you in there.
You changed clothes? They put you in the whatever clothes you got to
Yeah,
wear.
if he's in there more than a week.
No, I was
I'm
in there
sure.
4 days. No, I
Oh,
was
4
in
days.
4 days.
So you were in the same clothes for 4 days?
Yeah.
That's when you had your hair. So your hair must have looked like James Brown.
Exactly.
I went
Eating
to
bologna
jail.
sandwiches.
You went to jail?
Yeah, once
How long?
for 8 hours.
Was that the longest 8 hours of your life?
You was visiting.
I slept most of the time because I got arrested like at 1 a.m.
For what?
selling alcohol at a party.
See, there you go. See?
Bootlegger. That's federal.
And then
And they could have just gave me a ticket, but at least I was checking ID.
So they had sent some undercover, and then Vice came up.
Yep, there was some undercovers up in there.
Yeah, that's what they do.
It was at a house?
It was at, my friend owned a building.
A building, yeah.
Right over on 6th and Rampart, like right over there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there you go.
And 6th and Alvarado, I think it is. And we used to have these little underground parties.
Yeah.
And one night, the undercovers came up in there.
They sent a decoy in first.
Is that what they did?
They sent a decoy in first.
That looks like the crowd, like somebody in the crowd.
Somebody's
you wouldn't even know.
There's somebody
Did
young.
you check their ID?
Anybody I sold liquor to, I checked their ID.
But they be giving them the phony IDs and all of that too. So
Yeah. So, and then they came in there, and first thing they started grabbing was the money. I was like, damn. So I had like $1,500 up in my bra, so I hid some of the money. But
wow.
we was making money that night at the door and selling
So
liquor.
you were in jail with $1,500 in your bra?
Yep, and they almost didn't find it. They was shaking my bra, and it didn't really fall out.
Oh, wow.
And then it,
I would have loved to have been on that case.
like, oh, there's something up in there that's coming out.
Did you get it back?
Eventually, yes. Well, we had to use it actually to
bail you
to
out.
bail us out.
How many of y'all went?
Me and Sheena, actually. I think it was Sheena that I got arrested with.
Wow.
Does that bond you forever when you get arrested with someone?
We slept in the cell. We had a payphone in our cells.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad.
Great accommodations.
By the time morning came around, we were bailed out. And then it's not even on my record. They threw it out.
Did you have to get a bails bond?
No, I think they just came up to the jail and just paid it. It was probably about $1,500. The money we made went right to bailing us out.
And you never did it again, right?
No, we didn't have any after that. And it was cold. They arrested me and Sheena and our homeboy was up in there selling weed, and he had weed on him and everything. They had him in a police car, and they let him go.
Yeah, they just pay it off.
He got weed. No. Nah, but it was
shit real.
That was the only time I've ever been locked up.
Yeah, see, there you go.
So,
did you call your parents or anything?
No, I called my other homegirl that was throwing a party with us because she had the other money.
Yeah, see, there you go. You don't call home when that shit happen. Just take the hit.
They would have came and got me. One time I got in a fight, I had to call my pops to come pick me up.
you're just a troubled child.
No, I wasn't.
Got in a fight, slinging alcohol.
No, I wasn't.
My dad is like brazier.
Yeah.
Keeping money in your brazier. My dad's like you, Lou. He's a good dad. You would have went and picked your daughter up if she called you and said you got into a fight at a club, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would have been there at the club fighting with her. No, I'm just kidding.
I hit my baby girl.
And I've been reading a lot of, some comics are, most comics are torn. And a lot of them, some of the stuff I read, they were like, I knew it, good for him, and he a monster. And
Oh, yeah, they going hard on him.
yeah, a lot of people were, what do you think? And, and I would tell someone that I was talking to one friend, and I was like, as a man, you got to have some friends in your life who tell you, hey, man, chill.
Mm-hmm.
Got to have, I call it my boys Fat Paul, Peanut Boogie, and you two to say, all right, that's, man, it's hurting what you truly care about, because you have an idea what your friends really care about.
Right.
And you're like, hey, man, listen, I know that you like doing that.
That's your MO.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
know.
real, because not to cut you off, but I did receive a message from one of your friends that was listening to the show. And I think you said something, Lou, that was, I guess he felt out of character. And he left a message up here saying, we don't get down like that, Lou. We from Philly. So you do have that one friend that does. Check.
Well, I mean, I remember that. But yeah, you to where you because you have an idea of your friends who sometimes you're like, hey man, I'm not supporting that. You need to chill on that. You have to call them out.
Well, you got to
especially if you know his family. You know, you like, hey man, stop treating her like that, or
you can't do that shit around me while I'm in the prison. You can't do that shit around me.
yeah, because I know you're white, or I know, hey man, we can't do that. Listen, no man, I'm not. I know what you're trying to do. I'm not picking you up. I'm not taking you over there. You know, I mean, and sometimes
a couple times too.
And so
picking you up from the airport late at night. Now we're not going there. But go ahead, continue.
I mean, everybody's got, you know, everybody lives their life the way they think they can live it. You know, but you gotta, at certain point, you have to mature as a man. I mean, if you're young, you have to mature as a man, especially if you're leading a family.
Yeah, but then you have you have the enablers around you. If you're the breadwinner and you have the money comes with the respect and the power. So you paying everybody. So,
but the true test of a man, one of the tests of true test of a man, is that you can control your vices. You understand and you see your vices and you realize it. At one point, you have to either let them go or control them. And just like if you know you drink too much. And you reach a point where, okay, I drank when I was young, and it made me get into some trouble or make some mistakes. Then once I have a kid and a wife, then I now have to control that. I can't drink 7 days a week. So I'm just going to drink on Friday night or Saturday. I got to control that. And it's not easy. And like you said, if you're powerful and people have been allowing you to get away with it,
yeah.
And, you know, but you still got to have those people around who don't care and say, hopefully most of the time it's your significant other who does that. Because they know I ain't going for it now. They threaten you to say, listen, if you continue this, we got to break out.
Right.
We can't keep doing this.
But what if sometimes that significant other is a contributing factor? What if they partying right there with you?
Then she's not that significant.
Well, you know.
And it'll all blow up. Now, you know, so
like you talk about drinking, and then it was like, you know, you're alcoholic, and then they turn alcoholism into a disease. Like
that made drinking. That made me think of that Beyonce. I watched that video the other day when she said,
"I've been drinking.
I've been drinking.
Yeah.
I've been drinking." That's one sexy girl, man.
But you have a lot of functional alcoholics out here, though.
Jay-Z's got to be a happy guy, but he cheated on her, right?
Right.
Lord have mercy. Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead. You were saying.
No, just the whole, you know, behind alcoholism, you know, being an alcoholic, and then it turns into a disease, but it's legal. So how does a legal thing mixed together become a disease just because you can't handle it, or this is, you know, how you go to HR and keep your job or keep your family together? Like, I have a disease, like who governs that? Who makes that all right for?
Well, it impairs your train of thought.
That part.
Yeah, so I feel like it impairs your train of thought. You know, your thought rationale is not the same as when you sober.
Well, you're definitely impaired.
Yeah. So
I mean,
but the disease is outside your body. It's in the bottle. How you?
But you're putting it into your body.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah.
How you bottling the disease?
As men, I mean, that's part of, you know, we.
But I know a lot of functioning alcoholics to this day. They have to get up and they have to have 2-3 shots just to get going. I see it every night when I check IDs on the door. This guy and his wife comes over to this spot that I'm normally at. And I mean, my man sits down. As soon as he comes in, he has 2 doubles of Jameson. Then he has like 6 or 7 of these tall glasses of beer. Then he steps out, smokes his blunt. His wife comes in. She has like 3 glasses of wine. And this is every night I'm there, the same routine.
Yeah.
And then they go across the street because you see them. They walk up these steeps of hills to their apartment. They come down. They walk in their 2 dogs. They change their clothes. He comes back in and gets another can of beer. And she gets a little thing of wine. And that's what they drink walking the dogs. And it's like, yo, man, we're going to go in. And they smoking. And it's the same thing every day. And I know they're 47 and 48 years old because I looked at their ID. And this is every day.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at them like, damn. I'm like, when I do the door, I used to drink like that, but I haven't drank in like 30-some years. I used to smoke like that. I did freebase, but I mean, you know, it takes a toll on your body.
Yeah.
You look at them now, they're like, well, damn.
Do they look old?
No, not right now they don't, but it's killing their inside, their liver,
Right.
and all of that. Right. But they don't know that. And you just see it every night. I mean, I see women come in and just like, they come in sober, and within 3 hours, they're like, their girlfriends or some dude is like carrying them out. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, how fucked up are you trying to really get?
Yeah, people, when
it's
you
my
do
birthday.
something,
It's my birthday.
People try to escape, you know, their reality, and that's what really throws you, because when someone has what we think is a great reality, I mean, here you are, I mean, you couldn't get any higher than him, than
Right.
Doc.
Yeah.
I mean, you
on top of the world.
I mean, you know, when the sitcom was on, and you know,
sitting
you
on
got
the
a
mountain.
beautiful family and kid, you know, I'm like, and then like, you would think you would take a step back once you lost your son to say, hey, I need to refocus this. And man, the brain is a crazy, crazy thing, because we on the outside looking in think, hey, I would love to, I mean, because you really do covet other people. You like, I want to be like Dr. Cosby. I want to have that success. I want to, you know,
right.
then you're like, now you wouldn't change places with him.
No.
You know, you wouldn't, you like, I'm happy in, you know, struggling. Mm-hmm. I'm happy using my coins to play that lotto.
Right.
You know,
right.
it's just.
But for some people, it feels like it's not the act itself. It's like they're not sorry for the act of getting caught. It's like, I got caught now. Now can I convince people that I didn't do it? Mm-hmm. That's, for some people, that's the adrenaline rush. Can I get my way out of this now that I've been exposed? Can I just say that, no, that wasn't me?
How do I protect my freedom?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know, like even like when you get caught cheating, it ain't you got caught cheating. It's like, okay, how can I convince this person that caught me cheating, know I cheated, that I didn't cheat? And that's for some people, that's the adrenaline rush.
But at what point as a man do you realize how many people you're hurting and say, I need to take a step back because I'm causing so much pain?
You want what you want.
But he didn't look at it that, you know, that's when the selfishness comes in. It's like, you know, this is about me. You know, I got blinders on. This
well,
is about
I mean,
me.
that's definitely now when you're looking at it that it's about, it's about you now because you're the one that they said was guilty.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you're the one they're going to, all those people around you, they going home.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you're sitting there. I mean, it's just mind blowing that you're sitting at home with the ankle bracelet and being monitored. And
within 3 months, the fate of your life is about to be determined. How much time you gonna sit behind a bar?
Right. By the kind of person that used to hire you would be sitting in the audience watching you, laughing.
Yeah.
That, you know, those type of people. I mean, that's just those people who judged you. The people who convicted you would be in the first 3 rows. Would have backstage passes. You would be signing your album cover that they had, and they would be introducing their kids and their wife to you and saying, "Hey, you know, it was great. We just had a great 90 minutes watching the great Bill Cosby do comedy for us." Now, you know, they're
just
prosecuting
like the young juror, the 21-year-old dude who, you know, in the beginning said he didn't feel that he was guilty, but after being sequestered and being in a small room, and then his mind changed.
Yeah, for 14 hours,
you know,
when you read that, you know,
we just want to get out of here. Like, okay, he's guilty. Fuck it, let's, you know, when your life is in somebody else's hand,
that's the whole thing too. Because, like you said, when you sequestered and you in that room, and you've been there like 2-3 days. Mm-hmm. And it's like, all right, and there's 2 people that's holding out. You like, hey, man, we trying to get up out of here now.
Yeah.
All the evidence points that he did it. So now you try to convince them 2 people to side with you. Right. And some people fall in, cave in, and say, you know what? Okay, one person just now. Now it's just 11 against me now. Right. I don't want to fight this fight. So some people just say, you know what, fuck it. Okay, guilty. Mm-hmm. And then they, you know, they regret that they did it. But it's like, you know, I didn't want to be that person to be like, chastised and,
Right.
people coming at me and all that.
You got
shit.
10 saying yes, 2 holding out. And
Right.
it's like the 10 ain't going to budge. What you
Right.
2 going to do?
Yeah. How much more evidence do you need?
I've never served that. That would be interesting to our callers. The number's 323-293-3375. 323-293-3375. Have you ever served on a jury?
No.
Have you?
No.
Poetess, have you ever served on a jury?
I haven't served on a jury, but I did show up to jury duty. And
That's not what I asked you.
For whatever reason, I was not chose.
We would give us a call and let us know if you've served on a jury, because I mean,
That's the other thing is that a lot of us tend to want to dodge jury duty, and it's important that we are on the jury for some of these people to get some kind of justice.
well, a lot of
I
people
dodged
think,
mine.
Yeah, I dodged
dodged
mine.
mine.
Yeah. I don't want to have to make that decision because that's something you got to live with.
Because they asked you, why,
Yeah,
why
that's
do
something
you
you gotta
feel
live
that you
with.
shouldn't be on the jury? I said, because if it's somebody who look like me, wherever it is, I'm going to say it's not guilty.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you could go through the dupe? No, I can't.
now why is that?
Because that could be me on the stand.
So
Fight for
regardless
my
of what
life.
that person did,
I don't know what you're telling me is factual.
Right.
I don't know. I wasn't there. You understand what I'm saying? I can't. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened.
Because
But you need me to go with the prosecution or the defense to say this person did this and did that, and we had none of y'all was there.
now I know I saw a video of a woman beating her child, whipping her child. Did you see that video?
I mean, what if the evidence is clear, though? And it's
if
still,
the evidence is clear and you have it, and if it's on video and it's a clear-cut picture of that individual doing something, then yeah. But if you got a composite and you don't know, and you got all circumstantial,
and if
and
you
it's
have
just
doubt,
not-
then you don't
but it's,
vote to prosecute.
yeah, but then that's where that 50-50 come in, because you like, okay, what if this motherfucker did do that shit? What if he did do it? Am I, letting a guilty person go free? Then on the other
Are
hand,
you letting an innocent
the man,
Yep.
go to jail for something that he's sitting there saying, I didn't do it. Adamantly saying, I did not do this.
Oh, when he was 18 years old, he broke into a vending machine.
Right. And now he's 41. Remember when he broke into the vending machine at high school? Remember?
Hey, I've broken into a vending machine.
Yeah,
But
they
I'm
put all
saying
that
they
up
bring it up in court like they creating this whole monster.
That payday looked good.
Yeah. So I'm supposed to.
I've shaken that machine to try to get that other candy bar to
Exactly.
drop. I'm
So my
guilty.
determination is, because you did that, you're supposed to be guilty of this now.
Right. And who am I to judge somebody?
Exactly.
So how much time do you think Bill may get for this?
I'm saying,
I want him to get the whole 30.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
You want him to?
Yeah.
Why?
He's guilty.
It's guilty.
you do the crime, you gotta do the time. I'm
And there's
looking
like
at,
actually
Ooh,
no,
there's that.
there's like still people defending Cosby, saying it's the system, he got set up, he this and that, but there's so much out there that he's even said himself on record that he self-incriminated.
that deposition fucked
himself,
him up.
yeah,
That
like-
deposition fucked him up.
And then it's like this big, huge, not even a secret in Hollywood. People know that
That
he
he was
gets
doing it for a
down.
long-
And in
yeah.
fact, Marsha Warfield
Posted.
wrote a post about how she's torn and how, her agent told her to not drink anything
Yeah.
going into a meeting with him. And this was years ago.
in the 70s. I mean, it's like, you get conflicted about it, but it's like, that's what everybody's saying. He's America's dad. He did this. He's a philanthropist. He did this. He put everything together.
And that brought on a lot of hate.
I said, but the thing about it is that, you got to look at the monster that created all that. There was a monster that created all of that. And that's what people don't want to look at.
What do you
It
mean
was-
a monster created?
I mean, while he was creating the Cosby, he knew what he was still doing that.
The mad scientist.
He was still doing that. It's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He knew what he was doing while he was sitting in there with Kershey Warner, with NBC. This is the show that I want to put to the American people. He knew who he was while he was doing that. I Spy. He knew who he was. After the cameras and the glitz and all that one, you know, and he went into that room, yeah, he knew who he was. So he was the madman. He was the monster behind the man. So that's the hard part about it, is that people don't want to look at it as like, yo, this is the person that created all this. This was the monster. It just goes back to saying, and growing up in Chicago is like, it's really nothing but it's the two tales. It's like John Wayne Gacy. Everybody know what he did. But when he got caught, people was like, yo, this is the guy who's the clown. Mm-hmm. This is the guy who came and celebrated our kid's birthday. He made the kids laugh.
Who was that you're talking about?
John Wayne Gacy. He's a
serial killer.
He's a serial killer. He had the 32 bodies under his house. But when he was exposed, people were like, well, I couldn't believe that he was doing it. This guy was so nice. I had him at my house. He did, you know, clown performances for our school, for this. This guy. But
was he a good clown?
Oh, God.
Apparently, he lured motherfuckers.
And then we got the Golden State Killer, who was a police officer.
A police officer killed 12 women. So, I mean, it's the person, you know, you looking at, everybody's looking at this big thing like, you know, he's America's dad. But, yeah, you know,
So do you think everyone has different sides of them?
Yes.
It's called the yin and the yang.
Yes. You got a dark side to you. Hey, I know about your dark side. When you die, I'm writing that book.
Hey, it's not.
There is another side of Lou.
Man, Lewis Dix.
There is another side
this
of
nigga
Lou.
here.
I'm surprised you're not a Gemini, Lou.
Oh, he is. That alter ego is.
Next week is Lou's birthday, by the way. Cinco de Mayo.
See, y'all know Lewis Dix. See, y'all, that's what the American public...
Well, what's his alter ego's name? Who's the other person?
LD.
Oh, LD.
That's LD. You don't want to meet LD. That's a motherfucker right there.
What?
Yeah, LD.
Oh, wow.
I know. Hey,
I know.
He gets
shout out
connections.
to Seymour. How you doing, Seymour? She's been doing some stuff on...
What's she been doing?
She sent it. She was... I saw a video that she was talking about.
To change the topic.
Where these guys were robbing the supermarket and then they were stealing stuff from the supermarket. Then this guy came in with a shotgun and they took the shotgun away from him.
Yeah, they did the same thing about the Mexican guy. That video is going viral of the white guy in the cowboy hat. The Mexican guy comes in.
Yeah.
And he takes the gun because he turns around and points it. I'm like, okay, now they're trying to show the white superhero now. Because what the black man did down in the Waffle House. So all these videos now they releasing of like, okay, really? We can't have one black superhero that's realistically like, really? So yeah, all that shit, man. Because that video, that looked like a production.
Yeah, it did. It didn't look real.
The way he came in with the gun and he just pointed and he just at the guy. Yeah, it looked like a production. Just from the setup, it's like, all right. Maybe this is a takeover.
Oh, I spoke to called C.
Oh, you called him?
No, he called me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You got a little love connection going up.
No, he was cool. He called me. I didn't recognize the number at first, and I was like, let me pick it up. And normally I won't pick up, but he called me.
Lewis Dix, what's up, man?
I love that.
So we talked. He was cool.
Is that man code?
Yeah, as long as we ain't breathing, as long as I ain't laying down. I was
with your
standing
feet up in the air.
Yeah, I was standing up, you know.
As long as I ain't laying down.
No, because
you can't talk to another man laying down.
No, I won't do that. If I'm talking to a guy, I get up. I will not be laying down. I just don't.
That's what he said.
No, honestly, I won't. If Jeff called me or somebody, I get up. I very seldom. Only person I think if my dad calls, I might stay laying down. But a guy, no, I got to sit up.
I can tell when you sleep when I call you. You quick. You like, yo, what's up? Hey man, all right, man. I'll call you right back.
Well, you up now. You done woke him up. You might as well stay on the phone.
He like, yeah, man, what's up?
No, because then I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I hit you right back. Yeah.
So, and I don't want to talk to somebody else if I'm in the bathroom either. I can't do that.
That's the best time.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Can't multitask.
Yeah.
It's just nasty.
It's just nasty.
It's just nasty. You shouldn't be.
You think they're gonna smell your shit?
No, it's just I don't want to be talking to you with my pants down.
Looking at his John.
Yeah, it just doesn't flow right. The conversation's not going to flow. But
what you doing over there, man? Like, oh, okay, all right.
Right. I mean, you even say that whenever you're talking to somebody and they breathing right. Like, what you doing, man? you'll just stop. Hey man, what you doing? You need me to call you back?
No, hold on a second, man.
Yeah.
Put
And there's nothing worse when you ask somebody to hold on. They say why. Just hold on.
So don't put you on mute.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Muke.
On mute.
I thought you said muke.
See, there you go. You hear what you want to hear.
But so yeah, it's been weird.
I wonder, a lot of people are expressing mixed feelings about Camille too. Like,
Now that's what I was about to talk about. I feel your heart goes out to her. Such a strong woman, you know. She lost 2 kids, and you know now.
her husband.
Well, okay, but you know, you have women on the other side of the coin that say, well, she enabled it because she stuck around.
No,
she knew what was going on.
She's not in. It's his response. You can't put that on her. She had nothing to do with his actions.
But she could have left them.
No, she didn't have to leave. She was taking care of her family.
Okay.
She was.
I'm just saying.
It was stronger for her to be there for her kids and her family in that house.
How much do you think she may have known about this? That's the thing. Like, if she knew, did she make any effort, maybe by threatening to leave him if he didn't stop?
No, I mean,
whatever?
she listen. That was a time like now the modern day women will leave and get whatever and all that, but they still gonna act. Then their lives going to be all unraveled. You know, it was important for her. They had built something, and his weaknesses can't be applied to her. She's the strongest one out of all of this because she maintained her family, made sure her kids were loved. He was. I mean, from the time they got married, she was the primary caregiver. He was traveling, doing his work. So it's not like, you know, so he wasn't there that much anyway. So respect to her for maintaining her family, making sure those kids got their education, knew that they were loved, and you know, and her maintaining her home. So
it's a tragic situation
Yeah.
all the way around. I mean,
look how chaotic it would have been if she left.
I was actually surprised that he got found guilty, although, you know, I felt he was, but I didn't think that they would prosecute, I guess, an 80-year-old man that was so iconic.
Once they refiled, I was like, okay, they
I told you, I told you,
Yeah.
once when that mistrial came, I was like, they're going to get him on the second one. They get him
once they allowed those 4 others to testify
And
prior bad acts.
Yeah, and
So what do you think this means for other men that are actually like Weinstein and other people that are on their
he's
way?
shitting in his pants right now.
I'm with TDP on that. It's different laws for them.
Yeah.
Nah, I think he's gonna get it just as.
I think and
gonna
plus
get
some
it.
high-profile actresses came out on him. Like,
I think that what they trying to do, I think just across the board, is they making examples. It's like we don't care how powerful. The days of being powerful and doing all this shit, you know, the legs is being knocked off that shit. It's like we no longer scared of you. It's like, yo, you did this. So I think he's gonna suffer worse than Kaz. I mean, because of everything, because of the, you know, what he
Different
did.
laws.
I understand that, but I think
Just like Roman Polanski, this dude guilty. Lead the country, go out for so many
Yeah, the
years.
guy
You
on
come
set-
back to the States, get an award, and leave.
The guy on 7 Heaven, he said that he molests kids, and they thinking about bringing him back to do the reboot.
Stephen Collins.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just. I mean,
That don't change.
It's image. Yeah, caller.
What's up, fellas? It's Big C.
Big C.
What up, C?
Hey, what's up, C? How you doing again?
I changed the tone of your
Better
voice
than I
with him.
deserve.
Nice.
This
How
is
y'all doing?
good. This is my friend, C.
I see you change the tone of the voice. You like that manly voice. Like, what's up, Big C? Like, y'all
Hilarious.
talked a few times.
C told me to sit up when he called.
Wow. Sit up.
C
Wake
said,
up.
Sit up, man. It's me, C.
Hilarious.
How you
How
doing?
y'all doing, man?
Good,
I'm
man.
better
How
than
are
I
you?
deserve. How y'all doing? Better than I deserve.
Good, good.
So, what do you think of what was going down?
Oh, with Dr. Cosby?
Yeah.
Two things, man. Unto much is given, much is expected. So, I really don't know personally what he was going through and what caused him to make those type of decisions. But the choices we make, good or bad, they always come back to bite us in the ass at some point in time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But the second thing is, back in the late 80s, back like 88 or 89, I think, I was dating this chick that went to Spelman. So it was doing homecoming, so I went down or whatever, and Dr. Cosby was there. And this was during the time when he had donated like $20 million to Morehouse or Spelman or whatever. And what I'm going to say is this. He opened up a lot of doors for a lot of people. And he was giving back to the community and whatnot. So, you know, it's unfortunate that the things that he did that were good are now tainted as a result of the bad choices that he made, you know, throughout his life. So it's just an unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. What does your wife think about it?
You know what? We hadn't discussed it. You know, it wasn't like, we were just looking to see what was going on with this situation. There's so much other stuff going on with us that we got to deal with. But we really haven't really, we don't really have a pulse on what's going on in the other place. You know, things are reported, but we're not really like, what do you think about that, or what do you think about this? See, we really haven't discussed because we're doing, we involved in so many other things here in St. Louis, but then with the kids and everything. But it's just, like I said, it's just an unfortunate circumstance, man, that he got himself in. Again, I can't speak to what he did because I wasn't there. I don't know what happened, to be honest. You can only go by what has been reported that he did. And then he's found guilty. So, we all know how that system is anyway. So, it's, like I said, too much is given, much is expected. So,
Hey, how's the boy in his grades?
oh, he's keeping them up, man.
Good.
You gave him his phone back yet?
Ah.
No,
Okay, cool.
no, not yet.
All right,
Not
good.
until the end of school, which is around this time next month.
Has he been asking for it?
No, he don't ask for it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, he knows, like I said, he knows not to mess with it. Because I told him, you're not getting it back until I deem it's necessary for you to have it. So nah.
Okay, cool.
Has he been using his sister's phone?
Nah, he's basically just, going about his regular day of making sure he's doing everything he needs to do for school, homework and all this stuff. And just making sure that, he stays on top of things. So, like I said, my foot stays in his ass.
That's
Yeah.
a good thing, man. Much respect and love to that, yo.
Hey man, times we live in, bro, you gotta handle business.
Hey, what's your plans for the wife for Mother's Day?
That's a good question, man. I do so much for her throughout just the year anyway, so no telling, man. I have no idea. Whatever she wants to do, we may do a concert if there's anything going on. Matter of fact, there's going to be some Mother's Day concert going on here in St. Louis, so we probably do a gospel concert or something like that.
Now, what's the consistent thing?
flowers.
You get her flowers and
Yeah.
a card?
Yeah, I normally get her, my mom, and her mother cards and flowers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you take the kids to go get her gifts, or they make her stuff?
No, I take them. I take them. They pick out whatever it is they want to give their mom and then their grandparents, grandmothers rather. So no, I take them.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. That's cool. What was the best gift you got for Father's Day?
I haven't gotten it yet, bro.
Wow.
Wow. There you go.
That's an
Hey,
honest
man,
answer.
the reality of black male fathers, man, is, I ain't gonna say the reality. My reality is that it's a work in progress, man. It's a work in progress, man. I don't think my children understand and know the depth of my contribution, in regards to what we do as a family and how things kind of run.
Yeah.
They understand that, you know what I mean? So, and that's fine. But no, I haven't gotten that great gift yet.
Well, it's coming.
Well, Big C, my question is, have you had to talk with your son about respecting himself and respecting women?
And treating women right.
You had that talk with your son and the climate that's going on right now?
Every day.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is, he's a good kid. He's a smart kid, and he's a respectable kid. He's a mannerable kid.
Mm-hmm.
So he opens up. I always make sure that he opens his mom's door and his sister's door when we go out or whatever. But he opens the door up for people and does things like that. He has a little girlfriend that he spends time with from time to time, and I'm always asking him, so what's going on with y'all, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he always is like, we just cool, we just kick it, and I'm like, well, do you, make sure you respect her, and if they go out, I'm like, you even if she has money, you still offer to buy something or whatever the case may be. So some of those things, I'm always talking to him about what he needs to do, how he represents himself as a young male, because he's not a man yet, but as a young male, and what he, what that means to him, and how he's looked upon as a black male in society. We're always looked upon as y'all know how that is.
Now, how old is your son?
17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah,
And you talk to him about sex and protection and all that, right?
Yeah, we talked. We had that talk when he was like 13.
Is he? Do you think has he had sex yet?
No, because I haven't seen him change in his behavior. He's yet to kind of like stick.
You can tell that motherfucker getting some pussy. You can tell when he getting some pussy. You be like, oh, okay.
Is he wearing your cologne yet?
No, he has his own cologne.
Okay.
He doesn't wear. He doesn't like mine.
Okay.
But he, I've yet to see him kind of stick out his chest and challenge me.
Mm-hmm.
So no, he hasn't yet.
Okay.
I think that's the mark right there. That's the mark of the beast right there. Once you challenge your father in regards to you had some.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he hasn't. No, I know he hasn't.
Okay.
Good for you.
There you go.
What about the daughter?
How old is your daughter?
She's 17. The twins.
Are they twins? Okay.
I'm saying I know C now.
Yeah, there you go. Y'all had that
We had
conversation. Now, have you, as a father, have you given your daughter the same conversation you gave your son about men?
Don't give it up till you get married.
Okay.
Good for you.
And do you tell him how to, a guy should open the door for you and all of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
cool.
yeah. Oh yeah. But I don't have a problem with it being a difference in the conversation. My son, of course, I'm gonna have a conversation with him about protecting himself, and if you make that decision, I'm going to support it. I know it's wrong, but that's what men do.
Yeah.
But my daughter's different.
Right.
It's just how it is. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh. So, all right, man. Have a good weekend, man. I'll talk to you soon. See, I got that email too.
Hey, make sure Tor just pass that information that we talked about the other day.
All right, we'll do.
Number. Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, bro.
How many conversations y'all had?
We only had one.
Oh, wow.
Big C, St.
Big
Louis.
C.
Remember, he was going to help the boy out that had the property in Arizona.
Right.
Hey, y'all have a blessed week.
I got 5 on it.
You too,
All right.
Big C.
All right.
My friend, Carlton McGee.
I was there when it happened.
There you go.
Carlton McGee.
So what's the greatest gift you got as a father from your kids?
Those two.
There you go.
Okay, so there's another story going around about R. Kelly. Did you guys hear about that? That like part of his staff
Yeah, to quit.
his publicist.
The lawyer and his
Yeah.
assistant. Yeah.
So
Why
now,
did they quit?
well, there's I guess
That
a
BBC.
campaign going on about. It's called Mute R. Kelly,
Yeah.
and so now radio stations around the country
I'm not playing his music.
are starting. Tom Joyner is leading that charge right there. That he says that he's not going to play R. Kelly's music, and the Me Too movement is starting to look toward R. Kelly to bring him down.
Right, what did he do?
Well, he's accused of being somewhat of a pedophile. He's messing with underage girls. He's accused of grooming 14-year-olds to be his sex pets and all these all this other thing that's supposed to be going on with him.
The BBC did a documentary, so and
that's your boy, Chicago.
Yeah, but I mean, but everybody knows.
What was the documentary about that?
Yeah.
Hey, we heard you got arrested.
His closest assistant, I mean, his personal assistant, you know, he came out, you know, with some shit.
Somebody said you had the right to remain silent.
You should do that.
Oh,
I think Lou likes
the cuffs for you.
Sheena said you should do that.
Put the cuffs on me.
She got attitude.
Big time, yo.
She got so much attitude.
Are they really after the person or are they after the wealth?
Well, I actually think there's something to R. Kelly. And I remember years ago, this whole thing, they did this before with R. Kelly when the whole video of him came out. Radio stations vowed not to play his music, but as soon as I Believe I Can Fly came out,
it was a hit.
Yeah, there you go. He
was back on the air.
Yeah,
but everybody knew what he was doing in Chicago. That's just it. It's nothing.
Then
surprising.
he's next. He's probably going to be next. I mean, and I think I don't know. You can't. I don't know if you can say what's worse.
I mean, like we was talking in the car. It's like, what's the worst that he still have his wealth. He still has his freedom. So he's just like, you know, okay, they're not going to come to my concerts no more. They're not going to buy my music, but I'm still rich. I'm still worth $85, $90 million, you know?
So, and I guess he could write music. So they're not going to play his music. Huh?
No, this one girl in a BBC documentary, she's a young, cute girl. She's like 17. And the guy who was doing the documentary, he asked her, he said, well, what about the allegations against him? She said, well, I don't pay attention to that. He's a legend. He's an icon. And I said, well, all that going on, you know, she said, well, I've heard rumors and people say things about it. He said, but, you know, I have an opportunity to work with a musical icon, a legend. So anything that he does, it becomes a hit. So why wouldn't I want to work with him? So, I mean, it's just, you know.
That John, boy, that thing between your legs.
But that's like Cosby's wealth. Like, where does it go? Because I know they finna hit him with mad lawsuits with all kind of.
And that's the whole
amounts.
thing. That's the next thing. You know, you stripped him of all of this. Now we got to strip him of his wealth.
Right.
So we have to, you know, just.
I mean, take my wealth, give me my freedom.
They're taking it all now.
If you can have all the money in the world, but if you not free, caller.
Hey, how's it going? This is Avon from Houston.
What's up, man?
Hey, Vaughn.
What's up?
What's
Hey,
up,
how you
player?
doing, man?
Oh, chilling, man. Wanted to talk a little bit about R. Kelly, if I may.
No problem. Go ahead, 713.
Hey, I watched that BBC interview. Now, mind you, I'm at an age where I can admit that I watched the video back in the day at the barbershop or whatnot.
Right.
But I think the whole situation is quite a conundrum in that I know we have a huge fear of our celebrities or our stars, you know, being torn down by the dominant society and things of that nature. But at some point, are we going to get to a place of accepting the fact that some of these guys just got to get out of there?
Yeah.
Like, I have a 17-year-old daughter. I have a wife, and I'm sympathetic to the fact that these young ladies are victims because, again, I did see the video.
Right.
And watching that BBC interview,
It was enlightening, though.
when they, oh man, let me tell you, when they spoke to his manager for over 20 years,
Yeah, that was
and
right
he
there.
said
Yeah.
the things that he said, that was like for me, like, man, finally someone spoke up. But for some reason, we're so afraid of our celebrities being knocked down that we will even, just like we do in the hood, you know, we know the hustlers, we know the murderers, we know the drug dealers that's destroying the community, but we're so afraid of, you know, the dominant society getting their hands on our folk that we'll protect those that's hurting the community, which R. Kelly is doing.
Now, what was, excuse me for cutting you off, what was some of the things the manager said he was doing?
He said that basically, you know, if you put R. Kelly in a room, he was looking at young girls with a big booty. That's his MO.
Yeah,
He's like, and it's
big
like,
booty is a big booty.
He's like, you know, no matter what age it is, it's like 15. She got a big booty. And then my man just came out.
Also,
go ahead, Avon.
No, I'm gonna say he also said that on that same when the guy asked him the second time about the tape or whatnot, was he there? He initially kind of deflected from the question, But when the guy asked him, when he came back to it, the guy was like, "Yeah, I was there." Not the sex tape. I'm sorry, Aaliyah's wedding.
Aaliyah's
And
wedding.
He said he was there for the wedding of Aaliyah when she was 15.
Right.
So it's like we know who the guy is, and it's like, okay, well let's get him out the paint and let's celebrate, a Lecrae or a Kendrick Lamar, or somebody who's, actually doing positive things and not hurting our young ladies and our beautiful sisters.
Yeah.
In that, you're killing and destroying who they are before they even get started.
But sometimes it's easier to say than done. Like, okay, with much respect to you, say you have a wife and you have a daughter, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's say you was his road manager and you know all the shit he's doing. But he's paying you comfortably where you can send your child to a private school. Your wife can fly out and catch up on you on tour. And you his fixer. You know all this shit he doing. As a man, what do you do then?
To be honest with you,
yes,
brother,
please.
I'm not going to even lie to you. I'm from the bricks. I'm from the bottom in Houston. And I went on to college. I went on, had my family home, all that, American narrative, falsehood that they sell us. And for me, my dignity and pride comes before money because I can't live with myself knowing that something is going on with someone that I love. I think as brothers, I've watched you guys for so long, I'm not even lying. But at some point, man, we got to get to a point where we start building and teaching one another. Even if we don't want to hear it, we still got to put the seed out there.
Okay,
so for me, I don't even want to work with somebody like that. I'm not even lying to you, brother, because I've had those opportunities where I can do the jazz hands and play Bojangles in my industry, which is banking. But I'm not that. Whatever's meant for me is going to be for me based on my merit.
Okay, so you would just walk away from it.
I wouldn't even enter it if once I knew about a little, I would have been done with it. That's just me as an individual. Just like with my partners, when we left the streets, we left the streets.
Okay, so
I'm not. Go ahead.
The follow-up question. So you said with Aaliyah, you would have been done with it if you was there and you knew her age and all that, right?
Of course.
Okay, would you have publicly have come out and said something, or would you have kept it private? If somebody came up to you and said, "Yo, Avon, you was his tour manager. All of a sudden, you're not with him no more. What happened? How come you're not with him no more?"
Question. That's a good question. Now, if someone come ask me, I will say it. But to be completely honest, just like I say, we from the bricks and we live by a certain code at that time. So if ain't nobody came to me and said nothing about it, hey, man, ain't my business. I ain't rocking with him no more. But if somebody came to me and I know that there's other young ladies that potentially could be harmed by this man, which is saying the same thing. But, that code in the streets is just something that's ingrained in us. Ignorantly, of course. But
don't snitch, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just in us.
Well, I have it was a great call, man. I have so much respect for you. I know your wife and daughter are happy that they got a male leading them in their house. So much respect to you.
Yes.
Houston Rockets are not going to win the NBA.
Watch them off, man. Watch them off. Don't be disrespectful. Golden State or nobody else don't want these problems. Light-skinned people bruise easy.
Wow, there you go.
Wow. I'm pulling for the Sixers, so I don't have no problem meeting y'all in the finals. So,
the Sixers?
Yeah.
Man, Ben Simmons is done. Ben Simmons don't even want these problems. Rocket Nation, man. Rocket Red. Hey, much respect to you guys. Like I said, I've been listening to you guys for a long time. I love watching all you guys' show. Lou, I was actually thinking about you Thursday on Speedy's show because I knew you was crying when the verdict came in.
Wow.
But we support you gentlemen, man, and y'all keep, putting that information out there for all of us, man. Like I said, I called before, and one of the things I respect about you guys, man, you guys allow vulnerability and intelligence to come into the American who taught you to speak?
That nigga took my spot for a week, nigga. Thank you.
Yeah. I got you this time, Jalen. But
you
guys introduced it into the lexicon, which we so much need because we always taught to be masculine, be tough. I'm lying, hear me roar. But with my daughter and with my son, man, I'm just as soft as anybody else, and I just appreciate the opportunity to have these conversations with you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much, man. Much respect, man. Keep working hard. There you go. We got a lot of good brothers. And like you said, I like the fact of him saying that I wouldn't even have entered it.
Right.
Which is the key.
That's the key.
I'm not going to enter it.
But if you enter it, not knowing, what's up. But
Yeah,
as soon
but
as you
he
find
said
out-
if he knew,
right, you
I'm
exit
not
real
going to
fast.
enter it.
Right,
Just not built like that.
No,
If you're
some
not
people-
built like that, you don't want it around you.
right, exactly. Once you find out, it's like I gotta step away
Like
from
you
it.
said, I'll go to do something else.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause somebody told me there's 999 jobs. I remember
And
when
a
this girl
pedophile
told
ain't
me
one.
that. She said 900. I never forgot that. It's amazing. It's interesting the things that people say to you that stick with you.
Certain people.
Little sayings that people say, because there were a lot of things. And I was telling another friend of mine who knows Doc, who helped him get through law school, and we were talking, and we were thinking about the things that we have to hold on that he whispered to us. Excuse me, that helped us navigate this thing called life. Because there were a lot of things he would pull you aside, he would pull your arm, and lean over and whisper to you about what's happening right now. Look at that and see. I remember one time that it was an episode in the show where he was fighting the producers. The scene was a scene in the activity center. It was in an activity center, and this was the second Cosby Show, and the scene was and the producers was arguing with him because he had brothers stationed like security in the activity center, but they had on bow ties.
Right.
That was it. They didn't talk.
Right.
Brothers didn't talk. They didn't have. It was just the symbol,
The image
of
Right.
them having bow ties. And the Jewish writers and producers said they didn't. Hey, this image build looks like they're Muslims, and it really didn't work. And then he pulled me aside and said, "See, this is what they do with the symbol." He said they can give us all symbols in the world,
Right.
but this symbol is bothering them. He said, "I ain't even saying they Muslim, whatever,
Nothing.
but it's just the
The
fact
bow
that they got
tie.
bow ties.
Yeah, exactly.
It's bothering them."
Yeah.
And of course, he made them keep it in.
Right.
But it's just and that was one of the things I took from him, that I made sure that I took things that could help me in making decisions about what my perspective and what I wanted to give my children, and just the importance of education, because there was a lot of things that I did not want to take. That I'm like, I don't want to be like that, and I've done that my whole life. I look at people who I admire, different people. And it could be just a security guard. Like I respect how he shows up to his job every day, or how somebody says hi to the bus driver, says hi, or like the maintenance guy at school, the maintenance guys at Harvard Westlake. I make sure I talk to them.
Right.
I make them feel more important than the headmaster.
Right.
I'll say hi to him, but I'm gonna go have conversations with the maintenance guys.
So he got all the keys.
Yes,
Yeah.
and and if your toilet break, they'll get you another toilet.
That part.
Hey man, here's the
That
toilet
part.
seat you need. But those guys are, and I ask them about their family, and it's little things that you should, as a man, remember about the so-called people who other people just walk right by and don't say anything to.
Exactly.
So it's
That's real.
That's
real.
It's tough. It's it's
You should
tough.
be able to drink and eat with the wine on.
That Rudyard Kipling poem, If.
Yeah.
That's the poem, If.
I'm betting this sweet one.
No.
Yeah. I know it. My man.
Just let your nose glow. Just let it smell through. Yeah. Just let your nose glow by Lewis Dix.
My
Now,
man.
you can be as shiny and glistening and beautiful as Lewis Dix. Order a bottle now. We'll throw in a free sample of nose hair relaxer gel.
Oh, wow.
Just let your no, you gonna do it.
Wonderful infomercial.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Willy Wonka reminds me of my boy Peanut.
Sweet.
Same great energy, just always
All
up.
the time.
What's
All
up,
the
Will? How
time.
you doing?
Man, look, hey Tina, man. Nigga, I still be motherfucking driving down the street like in the nachos of Compton. That nigga, I was just being stupid. This nigga Tina be being stupid with me like in the nachos. Like, yo, what's wrong with this nigga, man?
Day in the life.
How's your week going, man?
Willie, so what do you think about the whole Bill Cosby thing?
Oh,
And R.
shit.
Kelly?
Damn, woo.
Damn, now I gotta get serious and shit. Oh man, let me put on my politician face. Well, in America, we have a serious problem of women and young girls being exploited by. All right, let me get serious. I can't do a Barack Obama. All right. Look, this is the thing, man. You know, I feel like at the end of the day, you know, I don't know Bill Cosby. I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But if he violated women, you know what I'm saying, he got to deal with the issue of being reprimanded. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. R. Kelly, I don't even know what the fuck story we on with R. Kelly now. What happened with this nigga?
The same allegations coming up again.
With a different girl?
Yeah, he's running a sex cult in Atlanta and all of that. You know, a new girl.
In Atlanta?
Yeah.
Why? On the north side?
I don't know. At his mansion down there. So, yeah.
He got a mansion down here?
Yes, sir.
Man, let me tell you something, bro. Bro, it's a lot of that shit going on in Atlanta. I mean, America, period. But, you know, I don't live everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can honestly tell you, bro, there's a lot of that shit going on in Atlanta, bro, because I don't know what the fuck, you know, what's up with this shit down here, man. But, you know, these girls don't give a fuck about shit like that, man. Trust me. Like, I understand if you got a female and shit who is misled or seduced into some shit, however, because that shit does happen, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, bro, a lot of these motherfucking females, they want to be hoes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They want to be hoes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just stay the fuck out the way of that shit. You know what I mean? But if the girls are 18 and up, I don't see what the problem is. I mean, the law is the law. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a sex code of what, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds? What he got?
Well, they said about 15, 16.
15, 16-year-olds?
Yeah, that's what he grooming, yep.
Oh, he grooming them?
Yes, sir.
Well, he ain't having sex with them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he like them 15, 16 with a big booty.
No. Is he fucking grooming them or is he fucking them?
He's grooming them and he's fucking them to be his pet. That's what is going around. Yes.
Well, if he's fucking, then I mean that's a problem, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, come on, man, 15, 16-year-old. What type of motherfucker even want to put his dick in a 15, 16-year-old female? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of motherfuckers that want to do that.
I mean, that shit is. At the end of the day, that shit is thousands of years old, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I understand that this shit is fucked up. I really do. But if it's been going on since goddamn Moses was fucking little girls, what the fuck are we going to do about it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's the same question I asked Avon. Let me ask you, as a black man, strong as you are, and we know you joke and you bullshit, but if you in his camp and you his right-hand man and you see him bringing a 16-year-old and you know she's underage, what do you do?
Bruh, in his camp?
Yeah, you his right-hand man. You see all the shit. You the fixer. You the nigga to go to. So do you turn your head when you know that girl is 16 years old with the big ass? Do you stop and check him and say, nigga, what are you doing? What the fuck, yo?
Man, I'm his man, yo. That's like, bruh.
Yeah.
I got no choice, man. You know what I'm saying? I got no choice but to motherfucking, like, talk to you, nigga, and be like, bruh, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm gonna be like, look, bruh, what you doing, bruh? You a fucking weirdo, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that girl right there, my nigga, what the fuck are you doing, bruh? How fucking lame are you, bruh? You stupid, bruh. Like, we can go to Hawaii right now and fuck 30-year-old bitches all day, all fucking weekend. What the fuck do you want with a 15-year-old girl, nigga? What's wrong with you, nigga?
Nigga, I like them like that. So just do your job, man, and just take this money, yo. So that's all I need you to do, man. Where we going next? Handle that
listen,
part.
Bro. Hey, bro, look. Well, you find another nigga to do this job, my nigga, because at this day, my nigga, this money ain't that important to me, my nigga, to be fucking dealing with this shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for real, my nigga, you know, you really lucky you my man and shit, because I should put the fucking blade on your motherfucking throat, nigga.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're a faggot right now. To me, my nigga, you're a pussy nigga. I don't respect this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
But at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm going to have to holler at somebody and be like, yo, my nigga. I mean, do I snitch on my man?
Well, that's the code.
I mean?
That's what we was talking about. So if somebody come up to you and say, yo, Sweet Willie, yo, man, we here. You ain't with R. Kelly no more. You know, what happened, yo?
Bro, what happened?
We just heard it was a fallout. We heard it was a fallout of money, man. So what happened, yo? Is it really? Did y'all fall out over money? It was a dispute over your contract. What happened?
Yo, what happened was it's moral differences going on. You know what I mean? It's certain things that he about do not apply to me. You know what I'm saying? And I can't control people's lives and what they do on a day-to-day basis. But you know, I don't respect what he got going on over there. So I just remove myself from the situation. You know.
Well, I heard, you know, from a source that, you know, he dealing with underage women. Have you seen anything like that?
Yo, I put it to you like this. If you see a man and he got bones in his closet, don't you think at the end of the damn day you should ask that man about those bones in his closet?
Well, he won't give me an interview. I'm asking you because you was his.
I feel you got to do an interview, but you know those things right there you need to ask that man about. You know what I mean?
Well, you're not confirming it, you're not denying it, so.
Exactly. Next question. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That was really impressive. The conversation you just had, Willie. Really impressive. You really just showed us and the audience what kind of man you are.
You want to massage my feet, Lou?
My man with the camera. Boy.
Hey.
Love you, dog.
You know what, man?
Oh, man.
You kill me.
Hey, Lou.
Yes.
Hey, Lou, man. Seriously, though, bro. And I'm going to just wrap my shit up like this, man. At the end of the day, you know, I feel that if women out here are trying to shut down a lot of the perversion in America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's going to be a long process because America is one of the most perverted countries in the world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's hard because it's layers to the shit. And it's like, man, because we live in America and it's like men crush men all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We get killed out here by other niggas, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We live in capitalism. And you got to crush niggas sometimes. But women, they want to participate in this shit. You know, so it's like, it's a question of, if women want to participate in this motherfucking psychopathic system of capitalism, should you destroy the system and rebuild another one? Or do you participate in this system? Because you can't participate as a woman. You know what I mean? You're going to have to be a killer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you saying that this is wrong, women shouldn't have to be treated like this. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, I feel that part, but there are women out here who use the system also to crush motherfuckers. And then if you got women out here who get crushed by a motherfucker or get taken advantage of, they fall back into a category of being a woman. But men don't, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like I say, my nigga, I feel the movement, the hashtag #MeToo movement joint, man. But at the end of the day, man, it's like, yo, how many girls out here apply for the corporate world and they get that job over another young man, especially like a black dude, like a young brother who went to school and graduated. She'll get that job over him, and he got a kid. You know what I mean? And she don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then you got black women out here, because I live in Atlanta, but then you got black women out here, man, they get jobs over a lot of ugly bitches, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So where's that hashtag movement at? Like I say, you go down to Atlanta City Hall, man, and you see the motherfuckers that's coming in that building, man. You see goofy nigga, bad bitch. Goofy nigga, bad bitch, bad bitch. Goofy nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the way this shit is. Matter of fact, one more thing, man, just a couple years ago, I met a young lady and shit, just on like a, little house party, get together, cookout type shit. And, they told me she was too young for me. You know what I mean? I was flirting. I'm a flirt-chasing nigga. But, her name was Taylor Rooks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And she was going to college at the time. Well, she out of college. She in the world now. But go look at Taylor Rooks right now, my nigga. The last time I seen Taylor Rooks, she was on the NFL Network. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, my nigga, did she get there because she worked hard in all the other broads? Or did she get there because she works hard, but she also attractive as fuck? You see what I'm saying?
It's probably a combination of both.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That happens,
It's a lot of shit going on out here, man. And there's levels to this shit. But at the end of the day, my nigga, we live in America, my nigga. So you gotta also understand that we spoiled as fuck in this country, my nigga. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because there are women out there in the world, my nigga, in them other countries, my nigga, they getting their clitorises chopped off, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They getting sold into sex slavery.
True.
And for a lot of this shit that's going on here in America, we paying attention to girls and shit who want to be models and actresses and shit. Or they want to get a promotion at some fucking, the corporate headquarters for Walmart or some shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But that I feel that's a thing in society that motherfucking at the end of the day needs to be addressed. But there's also some serious shit going on out here, man, that's way bigger than a female and shit who motherfucker don't like the fact that this ugly looking Harvey Weinstein motherfucker wants to give her a role as a motherfucking extra if she motherfucker jerk his balls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, my nigga, like I say, do your thing, John Lemon, TDP. Keep them shirts coming in and out the dry cleaners, my nigga. You already know what time it is. My nigga Louie Dewey Gluey. Just let your nose glow. Just let it smell through, yeah.
All right, man.
All right,
I'll
play.
stop fucking with you. All right, my nigga. All right.
Yeah.
Willie Sweet Walker Jaw.
Nigga.
So Nosy Entertainment.
All day long.
Volumes 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, man, with the remix.
Okay, I see you talking about Taylor Rooks.
What she look like?
Yeah, you know.
She ain't your type.
Yeah, she all right. I mean, I already got my type.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you and Code 3, what's
Code
up with
3.
y'all? You ain't been, what is it, when you, like, not pine, but, like, gloat over, not gloat, but you know the word, like,
Braggadocious.
oh, I love her. Where's all that
Oh, the
at?
honeymoon is over.
I ain't
Honeymoon
never,
over?
I ain't never said,
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Code 3
days
is
over,
cool.
yeah,
She
yeah.
no, she all right.
Yeah.
She don't, she don't listen to the show no more.
Oh, wow. That's a step.
She just
You banned her?
no, she just couldn't handle it.
Oh.
So it's over?
No, she just don't listen to the show. She just believe in everything. She might listen, but she said she wasn't gonna listen. But it's too tough for her
Just
to
remember
listen.
when he started off, he was like, oh, Code 3's listening to the show. She's
No, she all right. I mean,
yeah,
hey man, they all right. I mean, I don't like. I was telling her last, because she asked me, and she said, "Women are funny. Women just some of the stuff they ask you as a man.
Well, she asked you, Lou.
It's like, what does Jeff approve of our relationship? I'm like,
tell her hell no.
I'm like, why? I'm like, where did
Things
that come
women want to
from?
know.
I'm like,
Nah, you
first
cool,
of all,
you cool, Code 3.
First of all, my friends is unlike women. Your true friend, your boy respects what you respect.
Right.
All right. So your boy, first of all, he ain't all the way in your business like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He might watch your back if something don't look right, feel right to him. But if you're a grown man, like I told her, I ain't rolling with too many people anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So if Jeff know I'm rolling with you, he know it's real.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you know
That's
a person
real.
and they rolling with 2 or 3 or every day, they got different women. And all that. That's how they roll.
Right.
Then you don't consider any of them.
Right.
But when if like you or Jeff would think something's wrong with me if I kept coming out with different women. Yo, man, he must be going because that's not his MO.
Mm-hmm.
So and.
Wait a minute, I don't know. Let me see.
Wow.
I know.
That nigga did. That book coming out.
But no,
Pimp Chronicles of LD. The nigga y'all really didn't know about.
So have you been sleeping on top of the bed with your clothes on and leaving at 2 in the morning? You cut that out?
I had somewhere to be.
I understand.
And I wasn't
that.
going to get under the, But no, I mean, they got stuff on their end they need to work out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
It's just some things that's, that when you're dealing with somebody, you know how you roll.
You think that emotional baggage that they put up is always that little handbag that
Right.
they keep with them at all time. And, it's like,
And there's certain things when you reach a certain age, you're like, I ain't dealing with that.
Mm-hmm.
And we cool, but all that external stuff you going through, because I care for you, I'm going to pay attention to it.
Right.
I'm going to comment on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's best that I don't even I chill because men want to fix things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, hey, you need
Not
to
all the things sometimes.
hey, you need to that ain't working.
Are you still staying up late watching TV, not going to bed at a decent hour?
When I'm at home,
Okay.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I go chill with you for a minute, then I'm out because there's too much other stuff going on that you don't want to handle. You're dealing with it as a woman would deal with it, and I can't deal with it as a woman is dealing with it. Good, meaning that it keeps go. You don't want to end it. You don't want to fix it.
Ongoing.
Because it's. I believe that a lot of time women like having emotional stuff going on.
They like the drama
because it feeds them.
Yeah,
you know that's why a lot of times guys don't understand. Like women will just come up with something like, "What's everything's not all right. You need to do it." Okay, whoa. Okay, so now the trash can't be 3/4 full. I got to take it out when it's half full now.
Okay.
Because now you got an issue with the trash bag.
Okay.
You don't like the green ones. You got to have the white ones. All right. Now everything else is cool. So did you had to? That's what we focusing on now.
But have you ever had this one though, when you just go up to them out of nowhere and just say, "You know what? I love you," and then they hit you with, "Why do you love me?"
Oh yeah.
Really? What the fuck? Are you serious? Yeah. And I got to explain my love. I just came up and just said, "I love you."
I mean, they're just so. Women are just so, and maybe we've. I don't think it's all our fault, but women are so insecure they just can't trust love.
I hate when you just say women, like in general, like
okay.
You're
let me put it this
basing
way.
it on your
let me put it this way. Let me put it this way.
with-
All women. Is that clear?
Bitch.
Is that clear? All women got a thing where y'all, and you all say you don't, but you do. You do. You guys just are not.
You can't categorize every woman as the same.
The majority, yes, because you guys are not satisfied with happiness.
Well, let me ask you this.
Because you all are groomed to think that it should come in. You guys covet everyone else's happiness. You really don't have an understanding of your own happiness. You might try to act like you do, but you don't.
So you're saying they can see it in a movie, they can read it in a book, but as far as having it apply to them and be on that stream that they can't grasp at?
Yeah, just like men we know who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And the weak ones who don't, they're the ones that are always dressing like women. And grooming themselves and shopping and all that because they don't have most men who are secure and settled in their way. They're pretty predictable. They're pretty consistent. And if you know what time they're coming home, and if they don't, and if for some reason that day they don't come home at that time, it was because something came up that they had to handle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys don't seem to
all
understand
women aren't
that.
the same, and all men aren't the same.
Well, let me ask you this: has a man ever told you he loves you? Just come up and say, "I love you."
Yeah.
And have you responded with like, "Why"?
No. I don't recall that.
Okay.
Like, I'm happy a nigga tell me he love me.
Now
Shit.
she's
I don't recall.
Now she's
No, I mean, who
like
doesn't want
Pruitt.
their man to say that to them? That's just ridiculous that you would question that unless the guy is a habitual cheater or a liar or something like that. Then you question whether he really loves you.
No, that's my point. I believe it's a thing of you guys questioning where you are and if this is enough. Like you guys are always trying to upgrade and improve. That's why you guys shop. That's why 3-4 pair of shoes are not enough.
What's wrong with that?
You can't do that.
What's wrong with trying to always improve? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, but not when you know someone loves you. Because you guys will say,
but then,
you guys will say that your friends.
But then,
hold up, a man is talking.
I can turn your mic off. How about that?
No, go ahead. You say.
Okay, so if a woman doesn't stay on her A game or keep looking nice for her man, then her man is she may gain weight or she's not trying to always improve herself.
But
you guys go out and look for the newer model.
I'm with you on that, but most of the time you guys are doing that for other women, not yourselves. Not your it's not enough. I'm just saying it's not enough.
Well, here's the flip side of the coin of what you're saying.
And it's like that with guys.
Excuse me, another man is talking.
If he got to go out and try to screw every woman, he can never get enough. Go ahead. You may speak.
Whoa.
Thank you. Now, you say, I love you, and she asks why. Now, it's the whole story time. Okay, he said this. They replay that over and over in their minds, how that went down. Oh, he said he loved me. And now they talk to the girls. Oh, girl, he just came up to me and said he loved me. And then what did you say? And then what did he say? So you got to give them.
Right, and here's one thing they will always say to their girlfriends. Girl, I know he loved me, but.
Yeah.
Now, see, and to a man, okay, if I know a woman loved me, I don't have to put a but.
Right.
Everything else is fluid.
As a man, we accept it. Like, she come up to you and say, I love you, like.
Okay, now as a man, I know she loves me. So what that tells me is I just need to keep being on my job.
Exactly.
I need to keep earning that love. With the woman saying, I know he loved me, but he better do this, or he better keep doing that, or he better, or he won't do this, or I don't think we should do that, or maybe we don't do that enough, or my girlfriend's man, he does that you don't do that. Okay, but I love you differently than him.
Right.
Yeah,
Then the next breath, you telling me what he's doing to her. He ain't even come home all night. Okay, I come home every night.
Every night, yeah.
But yet you coveting her kind of love. See, that's the problem.
Somebody in the chat room said, no, women just want to upgrade you, Lou.
Oh, wow.
Who said that?
Terry.
Well, tell Terry to kill herself.
Oh, come on. That's rude.
Currently, too. Shit. By the end of the show.
No, Terry, I feel you, Terry. Speak your truth, girl. I ain't mad at you. I know you sitting there lonely by yourself.
Oh, wow.
I'm just
Wow.
kidding, Terry. I'm just kidding.
And then another thing,
call
it's like,
Terry.
what's up with your girl, so-and-so and her dude? Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. She's stupid. I don't even know why she with him. But the only reason she with him is because he bought her that car and that. Oh, here, good example. He asked me. She has a girlfriend who's with this older guy. Now the girl don't have no job. Now Code 3 is on her game. She's got masters. She's tight.
Right, yeah.
So she's like, the guy is just coming out of divorce. He's older, and he asked her girl to marry him. And Code 3 like had attitude. I was like, oh yeah. So yeah, she just got a nice body. That's all he. And I'm like, well, he is. And I told her, I said, listen, I guarantee you that marriage is not going to work. He on the rebound because he got a 15-year-old son.
Right.
Okay, he's going to be feeling guilty about that. All right, he's rebounding. Yeah, that girl's giving him what he wants. He's going to marry her. They going and they not divorce is not even
Right. Final.
They going to move in place. The ex-wife's going to keep the house with the boy. He's going to be feeling guilty. He's going to want to go spend time with the boy, and he's going to get tired of her because when she gets married, and he's like, she don't even work. And I was like, okay, see what I'm saying? You paying attention to that,
Right.
where as opposed to what you got right here.
Yeah.
You really what you really want for me to say is like, hey, let's get married.
That's the bottom line.
I said that's what you want.
Why haven't you?
Because you're
proposed to me?
competing. That's what I'm saying about you're competing with the wrong thing. You're not even addressing or dealing with the love that you're getting. Right. And I looked to her, I said, aren't those flowers over there somebody just bought you for no reason?
See?
Yeah, and I really appreciate it. Okay, I bet you he ain't bringing her flowers. I bet you I bet you it's going to be times where she don't know where he is because he's going to do the same thing to her that he did to the other.
Right.
But you women have a thing where you guys don't respect our consistency. They don't.
Chris from Connecticut.
No, this better not be Terry. I wish it was Terry. Call it.
Yes.
Yo, who's this?
This is Spinners.
Venice. Who?
I'm sorry, Spinners. My last name is Spinners.
Hey, what's up, Spinners?
What's up, player? Where you calling from?
I'm from the Bay Area.
Yay area, 73rd Avenue.
There you go.
Oh wow, somewhere close over there.
Skyline High School.
What's up, Playboy?
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's right at home.
Oh, you went to Skyline?
No, I went to Oakland High.
Oh, okay.
No, you couldn't pass the test to get in Skyline.
Wow, that's so judgmental. Wow, but he laughing, so it must be true.
Well, you know how it goes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But at least he can fight. If you went to Oakland, he can fight.
I'm all right.
What's up, Playboy?
Tell us what's going on, Spinners. What's going on?
Man, I'm trying to figure out how to deal with this situation I got. First of all, let me tell you guys make my week every week.
So?
Peter, you are my hero. John Lemon, what can I say about you, my brother?
Nothing.
Not enough. I'm about to hit it with the Sam Jackson line.
The real voice of reason.
Oh.
The real voice of reason. My man, Mr. Lewis Dix.
Thank you, homie. I appreciate it.
I was going to say, you giving Lou a compliment.
Yes.
Wait till my book come out, then you be like, all right, the real LD.
What's up, Spinner?
What's up with you and this girl, man? What's going on?
No, it's not about a chick.
All right, well, you and the guy, what's he doing to you?
He said I can't kiss.
I don't want to be on top now. Damn.
No. It's my elderly mother.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
You trying to kill her?
nah. You don't
You
wanna
called the
listen.
right place, nigga. No.
Yeah, I'm saying, she don't want to listen. She don't want to take, any advice from her son.
Well, how old is she?
She's 85.
Oh, well, no, she's setting her ways, yo. No, you can't. Yeah, you gotta let her live. You got.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to get her to, take her medicine, all that, and she just don't want to do it. My father and my mother have problems. They arguing all the time. I come over to the house. I try to put out the fire, So I'm like really in a weird position, and I know that you guys are seasoned veterans with like dealing with all kinds of issues. What would be the best way to deal with it? I can't just say, the hell with it, I'm out, y'all just gonna deal with it. I love him. Y'all love y'all folks. I know I see it. I hear it.
Okay, now Jeff your father was...
Yeah, she's both your parents, they still alive, right?
Yeah.
And how old is your dad?
How old is he?
Yeah.
He's 82.
Okay, your mom is 85.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you just gotta, you can't tell him anything. At this point, she knows the path she wants to go down. So she feels that the medication, it ain't going to do nothing for her. So it's like, even with my dad, he always used to tell me when I used to call him and tell him, and like, hey, man, you taking your medicine? Why the fuck you telling me to take my medicine? I'll take my medicine if I want to take it. Right. Fuck, I don't need you to tell me to take my fucking medicine. I'm trying to say, motherfucker, if I want to die tomorrow, it's my goddamn business. So, like I used to tell, hey, man, I know you lactose tolerant, man, you can't eat ice cream. How the fuck you going to tell me what to eat? I've been eating ice cream all my life. So at this point, she 85, man. She done lived her life, homie.
No, okay. You have something?
Yeah.
Go ahead, T.
Well, first of all, Spinners, you got to realize that, she wiped your ass. You didn't wipe her ass.
That's right.
So what you can do is while she's here and while he's here, just talk to him and just let her just tell you like when she was a child and come all the way up to her 85 years and just soak up that knowledge and just comfort her at this time. You be her medicine. Don't let that medicine, you just be her medicine.
Okay. Now, I would, here's the thing I would do. Now, do they like music?
No.
Okay. I would, as far as her medicine, whatever she does like to eat, I would mix it with that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying like if you can grind up some pills, whatever. If she likes pudding, put it in her pudding.
But if they don't want to take it,
no, I'm saying. But if she likes applesauce.
But what if she has a resistance that she just doesn't want to take it?
But I just said if she likes applesauce,
right?
Then you mix it in her applesauce.
But what if she doesn't want to take the medicine? What if she has an adverse effect? What if it bothers her? Because it was certain pills that bothered my father.
No, it's not. Okay, he just said it's nothing like that.
Okay, all right.
I'm saying if the medicine bothers her, then she should get a different medicine. But if it doesn't, then he's just trying to. She doesn't want to take the medicine. Then you can mix it with something she likes. If she likes a milkshake or something like that, because the bottom line is just like she needs her medicine.
Is she diabetic?
No.
Okay.
But she needs to take her medicine. You don't want your parents to die.
No, you don't.
Right.
But
Okay.
you don't want to, but you don't want to at that age. You don't want to force them to do something.
But you're not forcing them. You're helping them.
How?
You're helping them by.
that's where I am, right between you two. I'm right there between.
How are
Right.
you helping her if she's clearly saying?
Well, because she's not thinking clearly. She's thinking like an 85-year-old.
And an 85-year-old can clearly think like, I don't want to take my medicine.
No, but here's the thing. You just like there younger people say, I don't want to take my medicine. It's nasty. You need the medicine to survive. If she doesn't want to die.
You don't know that?
Well, she doesn't. People might say they want to die, but she doesn't. All right. Otherwise, she would kill herself. She doesn't want to die.
No, it's probably like a small case of dementia.
Right.
But she's still, in her right mind.
Right, and that's why I'm saying it. You have to. When you're dealing with someone older, it's just like dealing with a child.
Yeah.
Right.
They're like-minded. Mm-hmm. So you're the clear thinking person. You would okay. Let me ask you this question: Wouldn't you still like your dad to be around?
Of course.
Okay. So the objective here is for him.
But I wasn't going to spend that time constantly arguing with him.
But that's my point. You don't have to argue with him.
Yeah, but when he made up his mind, because he was of right.
He liked ice cream, right?
Yeah.
So if you mix, and knowing he's lactose intolerant, if you grind up the lactose
but then
pills,
I'm doing something. I'm doing it without his consent.
But that's
or buy him some lactose-free ice cream.
No.
And that's what I'm saying.
But I can buy him some lactose-free ice cream, but then you still saying put his medicine, mix it up in there.
Right.
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, that's you because you want to be hard. You don't want to be.
No, I'm not being hard. It's like, okay, if I get to that age and I have nobody take care of me, and you my dude, and you taking care of me, and you saying I'm not. Yo, look, I don't want to take them pills.
But I'm not gonna let you know that.
Okay. Spinners. What kind of medicine is your mother taking?
It's blood pressure medication.
Okay.
So you just mix that little pill up in the applesauce and give it to her.
I mean, like you say, he's conflicted, so he don't.
So she's still walking around. She's still doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
definitely. First of all, you probably do consult her doctor and talk to her doctor, and figure out. My thing is making her comfortable. I say music because older people love hearing old music from their time.
Right.
It makes them feel good. When I
put on Bobby Blue Bland, I mean, they start cutting the rug. But
well, there you go. But that's what I'm saying. That if they know, and that if you create that kind of warmth in the home, if you come in, put on some Bobby Blue Bland, then you mixing her applesauce, giving her medicine, her and dad are cutting the rug, and you sit back and just let them have that time. They will look forward to that if you do that twice a week, 3 times a week. That'll create some harmony in the home.
You're right, but they also have a very tumultuous relationship that stems back from like the 80s when my dad was like on the bowling team and he was like hollering at this little breezy on the side.
She's still
Right,
hard.
but what's happening? That helps. That fuels them also.
Yeah.
That anxiety, that argument, that helps them. That's how they live.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
Right.
I really believe that's what's keeping my mom going.
Right. So
fact that
let
she
them
has-
have that, and then give them the other side of the Bobby Blue Band, so they then can make up and fall asleep together.
And then you got to burn his bowling jacket in front of her. That's my baby right there.
Hey, it's weird. It's like that's hilarious. The fact that there's like $1.5 million resting on some like inheritance, it's just like I think that's also keeping her, alive as well.
Yeah.
Well, who gets the inheritance?
So I'm 48 years old. I'm over here. I'm like, man, I need to get me a Porsche.
Yeah, but that you'll be in that Porsche lonely, wishing you could
Yeah.
drive over to the house and see them.
That's true. I mean, I love them to death. I wouldn't even trade them for nothing. But I mean, if they're gonna be barking at each other all day, every day.
Well, you'd rather have them barking at each other than sitting there comatose and not saying anything.
Yeah.
Get them some edibles and grind the pills up in their food.
Some edibles.
Hey, listen. Now, what's your family? You have a family, kids, a wife?
No, actually, I'm a survivor of being single.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
In the Bay Area, there's some beautiful women up in the Bay Area, man.
It really is.
I heard they treacherous though.
Oh, they tough, but
Man,
I heard they treacherous.
they some cold sisters, but they fine.
Catch you at the kneecap.
well,
They fine.
I knew when Poetess left. out of Oakland, I knew it was going to be a problem.
Wow.
Oh.
That's nice. Well, listen, man.
You better
much
lip
respect.
quiver right there.
Hey, Spinner, thanks for the call and thanks for listening, man. And good luck with your parents, man.
And I appreciate it. I'll give you guys a little follow up. You know.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. Let us know who dies first.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Let us know.
Never mind.
Let us know who dies first,
Oh,
Mama
God.
Day.
So Sydney
Lose
can greet him
ass.
at the pearly gate.
Burn that jacket.
All right, man. Later.
All right, y'all. Be
All right.
good.
These are
We're
cold.
gonna
Spinners,
We're going
Bay
to take
Area.
a quick break. We'll be
All
right.
right.
Oh, before we go, Chuck Farmer did a little something.
Oh, come on.
Chuck Farmer.
Oh shit! That nigga putting a teardrop on his eye. Nigga. He like, I got you, Doc. Oh shit! That's the meme of the year right there, Playboy.
Cause.
That nigga That nigga.
And then we know the Avengers is coming out this week.
Oh.
Lewis the Nose.
Oh wow!
All right,
Look at how big your
all right,
nose is.
Gladman. Later. We'll be right back, man.
That's Chuck Farmer.
Oh my.
Or Chuck Farmer.
We'll be right back. Shout out to Brooklyn Deli for today's lunch. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Looking for something delicious and amazing to eat? Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market has just what you need to fill that appetite. Come on in. Try our signature hot and cold sandwiches made with Boar's Head quality meats, as well as our salads, smoothies, and special vegan items. Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market also offers premium catering for any event. Give us a call at 347-981-8408. We're a family-owned business located in the heart of Leimert Park Community, 4308 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Brooklyn Deli 14. And look us up on Yelp. See why we're rated 5 stars. Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market, where quality food meets excellent service.
Cut! All right, let's take it again. Ah! Cut it!
I have what you need.
Love at first sip. Every time.
Love that first sip.
We got to get you in one of them commercials, Lou, with your leotard and leg warmers.
Man, listen, the sip kills me. Just the little, and then he just starts dancing. It's funny.
Energy.
The girl's cute in it though.
Yeah.
A little cutie, a little brown skin, little cute girl.
Like that, huh?
Huh?
Like that, huh?
You know what's funny? It's girls that are cute on TV are cute on TV until you see them in person. And you're like, ooh.
Oh yeah.
She's actually pretty cute in
Is
person.
she?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some don't, because like Facebook pictures. Ooh.
I used to see a lot of actors come through there. I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, them filters be saving the day,
Oh my
boy.
God! When you see him in real, and like, hey, don't you remember me? No, you don't look like that. People need to walk around.
bunny ears and nose on.
People need to walk around with their filters.
There was one that came through there, and I was like, "Can I help you?" And she was like, oh, "I'm here for the late
You don't
show."
want to DM me the dick pic? You don't remember? That's
Me?
what she would say to you.
Oh no, I don't dick pic pictures.
You ain't never dick pic?
No. Only.
You haven't either, Lou?
No. Who does that?
Teeter has.
Well, I'm blessed.
Yeah. Let them know what they missed.
Shout out to the Baltimore Ravens for selecting Lamar Jackson.
Who's Lamar Jackson?
That's the quarterback from Louisville. You got jokes. Okay. Ozzie Newsome his last year.
I didn't see the drive.
With the Browns?
Yeah.
They got
he's with Baltimore.
He's with Baltimore? Oh, yeah, so you took him out. But they passed up, though. How many they passed up?
Who?
To get Lamar.
No, he was the last. He was the 32nd pick.
In the first
the Eagles traded. They traded took the Eagles pick. Caller.
Hey, this is Russell Lamar calling from Fort Wayne again.
Hey, what's happening,
What's
man?
up, Playboy?
What's up?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, great show going on. I have a question for y'all. Y'all was just talking about relationships and stuff. When do you think it is? When do you know it's time to get a divorce?
Are you married?
unfortunately.
Do you have kids?
Yes.
How old are the kids?
11 and 6.
I'd say hang in there, man.
Okay, you want the real from me?
No, now let me explain why. I say if it's...
How long you been married?
Yeah.
It'll be 4 years.
Yeah,
May
man.
31st.
Now, both of these kids are both of you guys kids?
My son, I called in a couple weeks ago. My son,
Right.
is adopted.
Okay.
It's her boy, but he's my son.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah.
And our daughter is together.
And your daughter is how old?
6.
Yeah, it's just you got to weigh it this way, man. If you can hang in there, it's best. I believe it's best to hang in there because you lose control of who's in your home with your daughter and your son.
No, that's very true. But how do you deal with somebody who you can never make them happy no matter what you do? Like today when I got off work, I worked 12 hours yesterday. When I got off work, I went to go pick up food to make for dinner. Now she don't eat meat, so I go and get her something that's way more expensive because she don't eat meat to make with the dinner for her. She see it this morning and she like, I don't want that, and I'm like, bitch.
Exactly. First response, bitch. Yeah.
Like, you know, it'd be different if
I feel you. I've been like, bitch.
You know, it'd be different if I wasn't thinking about you.
Right.
But I'm thinking about you.
Right.
So what? You want to act like that? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, that part.
And then she get mad. She be like, why you drink? I'll be like, why the fuck you think I drink?
Yeah, bitch, you asking questions like that, you know, come on.
When did things start going like... When did things kind of start going down south for you? I mean, like going bad in a relationship. You're in 4 years. When did these issues start happening?
After the first week.
Right after you got married.
Yeah.
I blame myself.
There you go.
No, I say before we got married.
Oh, before you, yeah.
Yeah, because see, this is the thing. When we got married, I didn't think I was going to try to change her. I was willing to accept all her flaws, everything about her. I'm married.
All of them.
This is in front of God. Like, I plan on being with you the rest of my life. But you can't accept mine. Like, you can't say, okay, these certain things, roughly, you need to change. I understand that. But then there's other things that's like, come on. You making mountains out of molehills.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about, like, I realize relationships are about picking your battles, knowing when to fight and when not to.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it just don't make any sense, and it's eating me up inside.
Well, let me ask you this. Are y'all still sleeping in the same room?
Yes, we are.
All right. Okay.
Hey, I would say
it ain't that bad then.
I would say if you guys if she's open to going to some counseling to try that first.
That's the thing. We've been to counseling 3 times. Every time, no joke. I'm not trying to be funny. They said, "Bitch, it's you."
Well, ask yourself.
I'm not trying. I swear, I'm not trying to be funny.
Right.
I mean, Lord know what I'm saying.
Well, ask yourself
like,
this.
What am I supposed to do?
Well, ask yourself, are you still attracted to your wife from the first time you saw her and you met her?
Yeah, she was pretty much fine.
Okay,
yeah,
no.
I mean, it's not about how she looks, though. It's how she acts.
But are you still attracted to her? Do you still have the same
Her
energy?
acts make her look ugly.
Yeah, but do you still have the same energy, or can you regain that energy that you had, that you put into it? Because she brought that into it. You knew what you was marrying. It just didn't happen when you said I do. You already knew what you was dealing with because
you were blinded.
Yeah, she showed you her true colors right before you got married, and you had to make that decision. Do I want to marry this? And you decided, yeah, I want to marry. So you accepted all of that.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be 100% completely honest. I didn't realize how deep marriage, that commitment was. Mm-hmm. I just thought, okay, well, I mean, we got to get more money on taxes, but it's way deeper. But I put the effort forth to try. Like, we've been to counseling. And she would have me go to counseling thinking that's me. And they'd be like, oh, bring her in. And then she would come in and they'd be like, yeah, you need to stop the stuff. And then she would always go, well, let's go to a different one. And it's like, okay. And we go to a different one, same thing. Go to a different one, same thing.
Well, now you at the point where you done been to 3, and do you want to,
will she give you a divorce?
Yeah. Well, do you want to continue to fight this battle?
She won't leave.
Okay. All right. So listen, here's the thing. With that understanding, you got to look at the history and what she's, her parents and her upbringing, and if her parents were together, if they're not together, how she really feels about her dad, because there's a lot of underlying issues that you can control because you're aware of them. And keep in mind, you're the strong one. You're the one you're the leader in the home, and you can at least control it for the next 10 years, 11 years, which seems like a long time, but it'll fly by. And then you can roll.
Well, but hold up a second. Let's ask. Are you the controller in your house?
It depends on what.
Well, you said okay. You said
it depends on what. Because let me say this: she is an excellent mother.
She's the more dominant one.
I can imagine having a better mother.
Right.
But horrible wife.
Well, like you said, okay, you said the thing that, you said, hey, listen, she can get my pension and all that. So if that's important to you as far as, that, and you want to cut ties so you can go ahead and get yourself together and keep your savings and just pay the alimony for 4 years and the child support, for the next 10 years, then you can go ahead and prepare for that. The only thing I say is prepare for it. Start preparing for it now. Like, even if you realize, and this is just between me and you, this is in the man's world, I would take the next 5 years to put away get your boy that you trust and put away to the side for you. So when you do that, you can, even if it's 2 years, 3 years, you got to put some stuff away for you, some disposable cash. Then go ahead and work out the alimony and all that, but you still have cash that is building for you when you're done all that. Because if you try to do it now, it's going to strap you, and it's going to that pain is going to be on top of that, and you're going to be frustrated and angry, and you won't be happy. But if you got that disposable cash waiting on you for when this is over in 10, 15 years, then you'll be okay.
You want my account number?
Just prepare yourself for either way. Either prepare yourself to stay in the grind and give up your pension, or to get out now and put away the next 2 years so you can have it, some disposable cash. And
your money good with me, man.
Okay.
What state you calling from?
Indiana, Fort Wayne.
Indiana. Oh, right. Gotcha.
Let me ask Lucas. You would know this, and it's real. It's a real question, because it's more important than the money.
Mm-hmm.
How do you handle the situation with the kids, man?
Well, the handling the situation with the kids is you have to be there. You have to be there. You have to be, either you're going to stay so who's in your home, which is you. But if you leave the home, then she can bring anybody else she wants in that home, which could affect your daughter, not so much the boy, but the girl, and nowadays the boy too. And you'll get your visitations and all that. If it does go that way, then you have to volunteer anytime she wants. Hey, no problem, I'll take them. No problem, I'll take them. So where she starts depending on you to have them, she goes and lives her life, and eventually she say just keep them. But if you're gonna leave the house, you keep in mind you have no control what's going on in her house, and that's going to affect your kids, because she can bring whoever she wants in there, and he can do whatever he wants, and that's going to bother you.
Well, no, it shouldn't bother you as long as it don't affect your kids.
Well, your daughter's 6, so you just don't. You don't, as a good father, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I don't want just anybody around.
Yeah, if your daughter's of age, like 12, then she can articulate what's going on.
So how much are you drinking a day?
Yeah, with her, shit.
To be honest, lately it's been about 5-6 beers.
5-6 beers.
I don't drink like the small ones. I drink the 16-ounce.
Oh. That's good. You still on beers. You ain't drinking hard liquor.
Well,
so.
Is that part?
No, I'm not.
Right.
No, I'm not.
Is part of the problem that she wants you to cut down or cut back?
No. See, I could go without that. I gave up smoking for her. I gave up a bunch of different stuff for her. But like.
Well, that's the first thing. You can't give something up for somebody else. You got to start doing it for yourself.
And I never asked her to give up anything. I've asked her to add stuff on. I've never taken anything away from her. That's what makes me so frustrated. It's like, she still smokes weed. I can't smoke weed because of my job. I would smoke weed, but I can't.
But that's
She sounds like she might be spoiled.
But that's the thing is, you doing a lot.
Don't work.
But you doing a lot for her though. You saying you giving up?
So you might be enabling her to do a lot
Well,
of
he's
things.
he's also saying I gave up smoking for her. I gave up this for her, and then the resentment is because you want her to give up something for you, and she's
I
not.
don't want her to, though. I don't. You know what I want her to give up? I want her to give up bothering me about stupid shit. That's what I want her to give up.
And her stupid shit
I
is
want her to
what?
quit.
And what's her stupid shit that she bothering you about?
Realizing that I work 12-hour days, I can't be at every situation, every function, every day. So, like, I'll wake up and I don't have dinner ready. I don't complain about that stuff at all. But then she'll be like, well, why don't you take the day off so you could be at this and this? And it's not anything important. It's just something she wanted me to be at. Not something the kids needed me to be at, something she wanted me to be at.
Well, that's because she doesn't have a life, and she's, you just got to make a choice.
She don't have any friends. And
Yeah. Well, it's the reason she don't have
excited.
any friends. She's not a nice person.
Is she black?
Nah, she white. I'm an idiot.
Oh, you tripping? Yeah, you need.
Go ahead.
This conversation is over.
Yeah, you need to go watch
Wait,
Get
no,
Out.
Yeah, you making me waste all my work. Come on.
You tripping.
I feel that you've tried everything. I mean, it seems
Nah.
like you've tried, and my philosophy is, and I've never been married, but in terms of relationships, you're not obligated to be unhappy for anybody. Period.
It's a good point, man. Just make sure
You got to
everything
get her
you
on
do-
tape calling you a nigger.
Make sure whatever choice you make, you just make it in the best interest of the kids, man. Just look out for.
That's
the
all
kids.
I got.
Thank you.
Play that in court. Like,
All right, man. Hey, hang in there, man. Later.
Yeah. Sold us a bit of bad goods.
Yeah, he was tripping. For that colonizer.
Well, no, he got to make himself happy before he make the home
That
happy.
part.
Because if he ain't happy in the home and she not
gonna
happy,
crumble.
then the tension is gonna cause, and it's gonna be miserable for the kids.
Yeah.
So now we can say it ain't just black women getting on y'all nerves. White girls get on your nerves too.
I always said that. There's women across the fucking board. I don't give a fuck what color you are. You an evil motherfucker. You evil motherfucker.
So listen, to bring this back full circle, thank you for everyone that called.
Somebody told him to call Speedy.
Hilarious.
Shout out to you guys in the chat room.
Oh shit!
To bring it to full circle, I think it's important that the lesson that we can learn from Dr. Cosby's situation is the fact that
don't drug him.
Maybe he'll win his appeal. I hope so. I just think as men, we need to stop thinking with our Johns. And
That ain't gonna never happen.
if you got a good woman like Camille, you need to honor him.
That ain't gonna never happen.
You need to realize what's important, and surround yourself with some like-minded men who can tell you and pull your coattail and say, "Hey, man, you need to stop. You need to stop. You need to be better." And we all need to be better, and that's the goal, especially when it comes to our women. We need to be better for them and be better for ourselves.
I'm glad you stopped.
What?
You know what? I'm glad you stopped.
Whatever, man. I'm Lewis Dix.
TDP.
Because he just called me 2 weeks ago.
What?
Yeah.
See, he's tripping. See, that's why Code
Hey,
3.
man.
That's why Code 3 thinks
Man,
something's
it
up
was
with
about
you.
1:30 in the morning. He like, hey, man, you got any more of that? Like, what you talking about, man? You know,
Tripping.
my neighbor wants some.
No, that's not true. Listen, I'm Lewis Dix.
TDP.
Will you tell him your
And
name?
I'm going to tell you about the real LD when this nigga dead.
Whatever.
The Chronicles of LD. I'm Jeff Arnold.
The
Listen.
Chronic.
No.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you. Love you, Doc. Hang in there, man. And
don't drop the soap.
And we send our prayers and love to all the victims.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's
out.
real.
I love that. That's gangster right there. That nigga is into that tattoo.
All right, we out, y'all.
Have you been looking for something delicious and amazing to eat? Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market has just what you need to fill that appetite. Come on in. Try our signature hot and cold sandwiches made with Boar's Head quality meats, as well as our salads, smoothies, and special vegan items. Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market also offers premium catering for any event. Give us a call at 347-981-8408. We're a family-owned business located in the heart of Leimert Park community, 4308 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Brooklyn Deli 14. And look us up on Yelp. See why we're rated 5 stars. Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market, where quality food meets excellent service.
Cut! All right, let's take it again. Cut it!
I have what you need.
Love at first sip. Every time.